had enough Spurs. How about some quick hits instead?
Let's go, Gab.
Arsenal go 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League after beating Burnley 2-0. Jules, Scott Parker's side, your boy Scott Parker, didn't manage to take even a single shot on goal, on target or off, until the 71st minute. Is that brilliant defending, or is that futility, or is it both?
No, I just think Arsenal are just monstrous defensively. That's all. They've conceded only one shot on target in the last 4 Premier League games.
No shots of any kind. I mean, I would assume if you're a coach, you say, guys, we're not getting any good shots. Somebody go and lump it. Okay, from 30 yards out, and let's see what happens, just to kind of break that thing. We can't even shoot.
But when you don't even get to the last 30 yards, when you don't get the ball in the box, for example, it's very difficult. I thought Arsenal were outstanding in the way they manage this game, in what they do best, really, being so strong defensively. Okay, first goal on set piece. But they created a lot of other chances. Really, Saka should have scored at least 2 goals. I thought Rice was, we talked about Caicedo earlier. Rice is as good and as monstrous right now in that midfield. It's just a team full of confidence that is so much better than anybody else right now in the league.
I want to make a point about the set pieces. Obviously, that guy, Nicholas, whatever, it's a lot of praise, rightly so, works on them. But it's not just the guy drawing up diagrams, it's the execution. If you look at the way Gabriel if you look at 2 things. One, the delivery that they get. Not everybody has that consistent delivery from, usually it's Rice, sometimes it's Saka. And the other thing is the way Gabriel gets to every single ball and puts it back where you want it to. That's not something, that's not Nicholas, making him do that.
No,
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like there's an execution side to this as well.
Yeah, definitely. Liverpool win their first Premier League game since the Merseyside derby on September 20th, Gab, defeating Aston Villa 2-0. This looked like last season's team?
Yeah, because it was last season's team.
Pretty much,
obviously the goalkeeper, remember this really, because Alisson is injured. And, the striker, Darwin Nunez is gone, Luis Diaz is gone. So Hugo Ekitike played up front, which meant no Florian Wirtz. They went back to what's familiar. That's what you do in crisis time.
Yeah.
Robertson and Bradley at fullback. Obviously, Bradley is an Alexander-Arnold, but he's been there before. I was really disappointed in Aston Villa.
I mean, come on, this ridiculous performance.
I thought they could have done a lot better. And it's Emi Martinez, obviously. And in the end, it took Emi Martinez gifting Mohamed Salah the goal, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask you about this. The McAllister Onana thing. And again, I don't want to bitch about referees on set pieces. How is it possible? And I really like Amadou Onana.
Me too.
How is it possible? There's video of him with his large hand around McAllister's throat. How do you not get sent off? Like, in what context are you allowed to do? Is it just because McAllister's a cheat who then throws himself to the ground?
I don't know. Was it like 50-50 and one is so much bigger than the other? And
his hand is literally on his throat.
I know.
There's no footballing.
It was feisty. Yeah, it was very feisty. I liked McAllister's reaction on winning that, not letting Amadou Onana win the ball, or Villa do anything, or he even getting a foul for him or something like that. Yeah, it was good defending from him.
I don't know. 3 times in a row, I just want to just book both these idiots if they do it again. I mean, I don't see why we need to allow this.
Yeah.
Joes, we're not done. We have more quick hits.
Yes.
A late wonder goal from Amad Diallo gives Manchester United a 2-2 draw at Nottingham Forest. Jules, Ruben Amorim says it's the sort of game they would have lost a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, I disagree. I think this is, if you look at that game half full, I think it's a game that United should win against a Forest team that had been terrible since the start of the season, that only won 1 game, that has changed managers 3 times or twice, had 3 managers, 2 changes already, and United on a series of 3 Premier League wins in a row should go to Forest and win, especially when they take the lead. So again, I thought in that game they were too easy to open, too easy to attack. The 2 goals they conceded are terrible goals to concede. And they salvage a point in the end because it's a great goal by Ahmad, who can try another 9 times and the ball goes in the stands.
I think he was talking about maybe their fight back after, because they were 1-0 up and then in the space of 2 minutes they go 2-1 down. I think he's maybe referring to that, but they didn't really produce much.
No, against a bad team.
Against a bad team, and it's an individual goal that wins it for you.
1 set piece and 1 won the goal.
Speaking of set pieces, your buddy Sean Dyche,
Friend,
complaining because he said that the ball had gone out of play, which it probably did, before the corner that led to Casemiro's opener for United. And he says that they should have VAR for that too.
So where I agree with him is that there is no way that the linesman who is on the other side of the pitch, so behind the goal, in the corner, at the corner flag on the other side, so that's 90 meters, right? From one end to the other, from one corner flag to the other. It's impossible. And Savona is ahead or behind the ball for him. So he sees the back of Savona. He cannot see where the ball is. So for him to put his flag up to say, I saw the ball being fully all out, this is a corner, is BS. The guy is a massive liar. It's impossible from where he was.
We don't know if he actually said that, but he guessed. I presume,
well, no, he put his flag up. You can see that.
Right, but
so his flag up is only for a corner.
He's making a judgment, I presume.
Yeah, but he put his flag up because he says it's a corner.
Call him a massive liar.
Well, yeah, but okay. How can he say that it's a corner if he can't see it?
Yeah,
because if he doesn't put his flag up, it's a goal kick.
Also, the angle at which he is, he's not in line with. He's kind of. He's
got the two posts, the goalkeeper, Savona, and then it's just impossible. Why is he putting his flag up? I don't get it.
Yeah. So you think VAR should step in?
No. I don't know what the solution. Tell me what the solution. I'm just saying that there's no way he can see it, but he put his flag up.
Sean Dyche said it would take 4 or 5 seconds. I don't think there's an appetite for further VAR review of this sort of thing. But I agree with you. They should call it if they're short.
Yeah. Manchester City leapfrog Bournemouth into second place with a 3-1 victory at the Etihad on Sunday. 2 more goals for Erling Haaland, who destroyed Andy Iraola's high line and Messi defense. They were all over the place.
All over the place. This is what we call bad high line execution. And it was so obvious. I mean, in one of them, Erling Haaland runs from inside his own half because the Bournemouth defenders are so far up the pitch. Now, I get it. You want to press. You want to be aggressive. But you have to know where that large blonde monster is at all times. And you have to know that he can get a run on you. And it wasn't just these two. I mean, O'Reilly scored the third goal, but there was another chance. It was very similar to this. Haaland had another one too. I kind of like Pep's humility in this one. 48% possession at home from Manchester City. I think that kind of speaks volumes.
I think they've scored 3 goals in transition already this season, and they scored 4 in the whole of last season in transition.
He's ready to do this. He's ready to go to that well. And shout out to Ryan Shirky, too. He looked really good.
Yes, he did. 2 assists, great. I mean, great baller.
Just need him to change his mind and come out for Italy.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen now. Sorry, it's too late. But I think Shirky and Foden together will be a danger for whoever played against them.
Who's laughing at Nuno now? West Ham come from behind to beat Newcastle United 3-1. Jules, Eddie House crew still in that bottom half of the table.
Yeah, no win away from home in the league for Newcastle. I just think, and they took the lead on the Murphy kind of solo-ish goal. I just don't think this is working. I said it yesterday on the radio. This midfield 3 worked with Isak, Gray, Joel Linton, with Tonali and Bruno. I don't think this is working for Voltemade anymore. Put Ramsey in there, put more creativity, stop getting the ball wide all the time because it's too predictable now. And
blaming Voldemort now.
No. I think this is not helping him. That's why he's not as influential as he should be.
Yohan Wissa will be fit one day.
Yeah. And I don't know how you play them, both together, by the way, as well. But that was a bad performance, really, from Newcastle. And another really worrying one.
Wolverhampton Wanderers lose 3-0 away to Fulham, and that cost Vitor Pereira his job. Jules, I thought he was really good after coming on last season. It's kind of ironic. He signed a multi-year contract extension just a month ago.
Yeah, 46 days ago. 3-year extension, and this is it. No wins in 10 in the league, 2 draws, 8 defeats. This was probably the worst performance they've had all season. They were atrocious, really, in that game against Fulham. A Fulham team that I think had lost the last 4 anyway in the league, so not that they were flying before. There was no other way. Where do you go now? There's a lot of managers linked with Wolves, obviously, from Brendan Rodgers to
Bruno
Lage to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to the guy Middlesbrough, that his name, Edwards. All those guys, I don't know if you go in the championship and get somebody, if you get somebody with experience, if Uncle George will obviously have his word to say about it. I don't know where you go, but it's not a very good team, and it's a horrendous start. Although, saying that, last season they also started with 0 win in the first 10 Premier League matches and stayed up.
Yeah. Because that's because they got Vitor Pereira. They can't get Vitor Pereira
but
this
they
year
will get another Vitor Pereira that can maybe save them. I don't know.
My money out of those people would be on 100% on Bruno Lage.
Yeah, me too.
And I think that would be a good choice. Yeah. Oliver Glasner is furious, Jules. Crystal Palace have to play Manchester City on Sunday, December 14th. Coops Kuopio. I apologize if I am. You probably know the correct.
That's it, yeah.
That is. Oh, there you go.
I think you say KUPS, but yeah.
Okay. KUPS Kuopio, who are from Finland, I would imagine.
Finland, yeah.
In the Conference League on December 18th. But they also have to play a quarterfinal in this thing they call the League Cup, which we get tormented with every year. It's against Arsenal, and they have to play that fixture before Christmas. So the question is, how do you fit that in? Because there's league football that weekend on December 21st. Crystal Palace travel to face Leeds. Arsenal travel to face Everton. And so the date that's been suggested for Crystal Palace is like, hey, you guys are Palace. Why don't you guys play on December 16th? Which would mean that they would play Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
Alternative dates. It's not going to happen. Yeah, alternative dates are the 23rd, which I believe is a Monday.
Yeah.
But then again, that would mean that Arsenal and Palace have to play on the 21st and then again on the 23rd. The only other logical date would be Christmas Eve, December 24th. But then there's an outcry from the fans because it's not done in this country.
Yeah.
Jules, why not just scrap this? Just get rid of this. Get rid of this.
I don't even know why you have to play before Christmas. I'm sure maybe in January you can find something before the next run of the league. But
there's more nonsense in January. Yeah, why don't you wait for these teams to get kicked out of the to get knocked out of the FA Cup?
Yeah, exactly.
And play in January.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm baffled by this, really. I think they want for both teams to have the same days of recovery before their game. Hence why the 23rd or 24th, I guess, would be the fairest because they both play on the 21st. Whereas if you have the game on the 16th, Arsenal play on the 13th, so they would have an extra day to prepare, and people are saying this is unfair. I don't know. I think it's...
Well, it's not just that. It's also players should not be playing with two games in 48 hours.
Yeah,
that's completely demented.
So, let's rule out December 16th because that's never going to happen. So then...
So December 23rd is the same thing. They only get 48 hours. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so because it's two...
look, they're both tired and injury prone.
But that's the only...
No, play Christmas Eve. Or, or better yet, here's my suggestion in case they're listening. Mr. Kroenke, just say, hey, you know what? We're sick and tired of this garbage. We're sick and tired of the League Cup. From now on these league, we're going to pull out of the League Cup and we're going to play lucrative friendlies against Al Nassr.
You know, if the Premier League says this is, if the FA says this is the date, Arsenal can't say no. We don't want to play on that day.
No,
they will have to say yes.
Honestly, they should get together. This is so stupid. We had to endure this nonsense last midweek when we saw all these B teams go and play. Right?
I know.
What is it? This is fun? It's competition, by the way. For those who don't know, and I'm sorry, I really have a problem with this. This is not the FA Cup, which dates back to the Paleozoic era, right? This competition, do you know why it was created? It was created to make money.
Yeah.
It was created
but like in every other country.
Sorry?
Yeah, in a lot of other countries.
No, in most countries, the National Cup has been going for a long time. The National Cup of England is the FA Cup. The League Cup was created in the 1960s because a number of clubs started putting in floodlights because it would get dark early in winter, as it does in this country. And so they had to pay for the floodlights. And they said, hey, let's invent a competition, right, to go so that we can go and we can use our floodlights and we'll play in the evenings. That's why this nonsense was created.
Loads of other countries also created a League Cup that didn't exist before.
What? France and Belgium?
Yeah, but
And France got rid of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Belgium got rid of
it. It was too many games.
I mean, this is stupid. And if clubs aren't going to take it seriously, why should broadcasters? Why should fans?
Yeah, that's true, man. Chelsea women's coach Sonia Bonpastor has weighed into the rub between former England goalkeeper Mary Earps and the current one, Anna Hampton. Gab, she had some harsh words in her biography. Pompasto on Herbs, who wrote about it in her autobiography.
So I think we're both. None of us are huge fans of Mary Earps.
She plays for PSG, so I like her.
Oh, so now you like her. Yeah. Okay. You didn't like her when...
She played for PSG.
Okay, there you go. So the story here is that basically they were both with the England women's team. Mary Earps was the starter. Hannah Hampton was the backup. And then at some point after she went to Paris Saint-Germain, actually, and initially didn't play that much, if I'm not mistaken, Hannah Hampton essentially became the number one, and then Mary Earps decided, well, I'm not going to go to the Euros as a number two, whatever. Mary Earps came out with her side of the story. She published a book, and she said she had a go at the England women's national team, Serena Wiegman, and she basically said that Hannah Hampton got away with a lot of disruptive behavior, unprofessional behavior. Now, what bugs me here is, correct me if I'm wrong, I've not read the book, I've only read accounts, but she doesn't mention what exactly did Hannah Hampton do that was so disruptive. Now, I kind of feel, I appreciate Mary Earps is not a journalist, let alone a writer, but if you're going to say you have to bring specifics, bring specific examples. Disruptive behavior could be anything. Yeah. Maybe Hannah Hampton was farting, but maybe she has irritable bowel syndrome. I don't know. Or maybe she actually was being difficult and a diva. You're alleging these things, right? There's been... So obviously, Mary Earps unhappy with Serena Wiegman and unhappy with Hannah Hampton. Sonia Van Pasteur, I have no issue with you sticking up for your players, but I think she's way over the top. She says it's unacceptable what Mary Earps says because she says she doesn't show respect to her teammate and her manager. She brings up the fact that she can't use those words talking about Wiegman because Wiegman has won the European Championship 3 times in a row. Respect doesn't flow. It's not like I need to speak to you more respectfully because you've won 3 European championships than somebody else. Yeah. What kind of implication? I don't think Sonia Van Pasteur really thought about what she was saying. If she wants to defend her keeper in Hannah Hampton, that's great. I think there's a much better way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got no issue with what Van Pasteur said. Mary Earps, she's got that side of the story. Hampton has probably another side of the story. Yeah, that's it.
And you don't know what Hannah Hampton did that was so disruptive?
No, I don't know, but I've got no issue with what Van Pasteur said. I don't think she's over the top. I think she's...
But saying Mary Earps has no class?
Well, I think this is a bit disrespectful, the way, maybe she wrote it in the book. But yeah, like everybody has their opinions.
I don't know. Sonia Van Pasteur wasn't there. And I don't know that Sonia Van Pasteur needs to weigh in beyond defending her player. That's my main thing. If we hear from Wiegman or Hampton, fine. But it's kind of an ugly thing that I think the England women's national team don't need right now.
Yeah, true.
Will Still is out as Southampton coach, Jules. His team are 1 spot above relegation in the championship, which shocked me because I paid no attention to it whatsoever. And I thought he was really good. I know they're relegated side and they have Rasmus Ankersen, all these smart people, blah, blah, blah. What's going wrong there?
Just never worked out. He never clicked between him, the players. At times they had decent performances, but they were horrendous at Preston on Saturday. Lost 2-0 against a team that isn't, an average team in the championship, really, at Preston. Poor performances. Either his message never got through to the players, never managed to implement his ideas. Nothing like I saw from him before in France, at Reims or at Lens, maybe struggling to do it with the players he had or in that league. I don't know what the problem is, but I think they've won 2 games in 13 or so. It's just ridiculous form.
I also feel bad for him on a human level because obviously, as the story goes, he had other offers and he chose to move to England.
He wanted to come back to England. That was his priority,
but isn't it also because his partner is unwell?
No, she's all good now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, she's back on television. No problem at all. I think he really wanted to come back to England and to kind of make a name for himself here now, where he's obviously English. So, but it was not Southampton. Maybe that was not the right project for him. I still think he's a very good coach. Just didn't happen for him there.